line of company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, Orange Kenya clings to life after he was shot at last night in Carmelita village. We'll also tell you about the decrease in the price of LPG. And the central bank says the post-COVID loan payments are back on track. We also traveled to Carmelita village where the government school received $3,000 cash and 100 school bags for needy students, all courtesy of Caribbean International Brewery. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Thursday, September 7th, 2023.
Me encuentro recluida porque fui acusada de inhumación, exhumación de cadáveres, profanación de cadáveres y homicidio de 13 personas.
Ellos decían que era santería, nosotros decíamos que era satanería.
Yo nunca me imaginé que a mí me iban a aventar todo lo de Adolfo.
Quien jefaturaba y quien ordenaba y quien tenía el poder y el peso de decisión pues era Sara.
Clínica Nueva Esperanza started 9 years ago with the hope that we would be able to give our services to the area where we are located. We have been giving up to now what is angiology and vascular surgery and also general medicine. The NHI came about earlier on this year, and we saw the possibility of taking it on and giving this much needed service to our community. I am a family medicine specialist. Before I was a vascular surgeon, and it has always been my desire of giving this service to the people of Orange Walk. People have accepted the NHI. You know, as you knock on their doors, they're happy to receive us, to register. And once they know what exactly is going on, you know, they will call in, not for just themselves, but for their relatives as well and their neighbors. Now, there are a lot of people as well that I think before they didn't see the need of having a social security card, but now because of the NHI, they all want to get registered with the social security so that they can access also the services. A lot of the patients that were coming to this clinic were very happy to actually, you know, now you can come, you can register, and you will have the services free of cost. So why not?
Orangewaqueños and Corozaleños want to work in a professional and fun environment?
Voice International is the place for you. We're hiring customer service representatives. Starting salary is $8 an hour, plus monthly bonuses, hybrid work from home and office, insurance, transportation, and internet assistance. Apply online at www.voice.tel. Join the Voice family today.
Good evening. With your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. Tonight, an Orange Kenya is fighting for his life at the Northern Regional Hospital after he was shot at several times last night while in the village of Carmelita in Orange Walk. Reports indicate that around 11:30 last night, Mauricio Cuellar and 30-year-old Michael Perez were standing in front of Cuellar's sister's house located on the John Deere Road in Carmelita when they were approached by two men of dark complexion. The men fired at both Cuellar and Perez as they ran for their lives. Witnesses told us today while Cuellar ran into a neighbor's yard, the men hid behind a vehicle, and as Cuellar came off the yard, they fired at him once more, hitting him on the abdomen, left arm, and back. Neighbors claim to have heard as much as 7 gunshots. One of those bullets hit the front portion of this vehicle, which was parked in the area. While Cuellar was hit and left on the ground for dead, Perez escaped unhurt. Police are investigating this latest shooting and up to news time are yet to make an arrest. While we tried to comment from Cuellar's family, today our efforts proved futile. If there is one thing the COVID-19 pandemic brought along with its acute financial distress, especially as it relates to loan repayments. To date, evidence shows borrowers did struggle during the pandemic and will continue to struggle once payments resume. Here in Belize, struggling lenders were provided a forbearance, meaning their mortgage servicer or lender allowed them to pause or reduce their mortgage payments for a limited time while they build their finances. All of those measures were set in place by the Central Bank of Belize and have proven fruitful, says the governor of the central bank, Kareem Michael.
Some of these loans were deemed unrecoverable. The central bank had crafted a well-developed, a good strategy to deal with the impact of COVID on asset quality and loans. And then we devised an exit strategy for the system to come safely and cleanly out of this huge impact on asset quality. And we see that it's working, that the strategy is working because we have non-performing loan ratio below the benchmark and capital adequacy above the benchmark on a system-wide basis.
The fatal shooting of Belize City businessman Ricardo Borgia on Saturday night, August 19th, shortly after he drove into the yard of his Coney Drive apartment, continues to raise eyebrows. Allegations are that Borgia had allegedly been involved in questionable business dealings and that maybe one of those shady transactions could have led to his death. Reports suggest that on August 18th, a day before his death, Borgia had reportedly testified in a leaked audio recording against an accomplice who was employed at a real estate firm in Placencia. The two men first crossed paths in 2019 when Borgia was assisting a client from Panama in acquiring land in Belize. It was alleged in the recording that with the assistance of several lands department employees, they fraudulently acquired vast pieces of real estate, often from deceased victims and their families. The illicit activities being carried out escalated to even the production of counterfeit passports, according to what Borgia shared in the leaked audio recording. When asked about the passport issue, Minister of Immigration Amon Courtney told the media Borgia was not referring to Belizean passports.
From other sources, what I have been told is that the passports that he was referring to were fake, non-Belizean passports. Dead Americans, dead British people, the passports for foreigners. It was foreign sales of land sales that they would present fake passports for. That's what I was being told from a different source. I have not heard that they're talking about fake Belizean passports. As you know, there is quite an extensive investigation on the way. And yes, we have been speaking to security and Interpol from other countries to understand whether or not the passports are indeed fake. As you say, I'm told, again, I haven't seen them, that some of them are obviously fake. And we have to, again, get on top of what is happening there. As I understand it, Mr. Borjas was supposed to give more information, more details, and was murdered.
Borgia was scheduled to present evidence, including WhatsApp messages, files, GOB corporate seal stamps, videos, photos, testimonials, and more in a meeting with attorneys, the real estate firm, and the government special crime unit on August 22nd. Tragically, he was murdered 3 days before the scheduled meeting after driving into his yard in the company of his girlfriend, who was grazed during the shooting. Effective tomorrow, Friday, September 8th, the price of liquid petroleum gas will see a decrease of 16 cents. This means that the wholesale price for LPG will be sold at $3.55, down from $3.71. In urban areas, the retail price will be $1.18 per pound or $5.15 per gallon. Prices in the rural areas will decrease to $1.20 per pound or $5.25 per gallon. According to the Supplies Control Unit, SCU, in the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, the decrease of 16 cents per gallon is a result of a decrease in the acquisition price of both butane and propane. Coming up next, excessive banking fees. Who do they affect? You? Stay tuned.
With Express Plus, you can stream on the go or stream at home. Stream the latest movies, telenovelas, series, anime, or music videos from your favorite local artists. Sign up now with Centaur's Express Plus.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
Asunción's radiodiagnostics is a radiology service that we provide. It entails the services of ultrasound, X-ray, mammogram, and then we incorporated the laboratory services also. So we are actually in the business of images and laboratory. Soon after graduation, and I came back to Belize, I spent about 15 years in the public service. And that was one of my dreams, to have my own clinic where I can provide and help people. And now NHI that is on board, that just facilitated everything and speeded up everything that I intended to do in my whole career, to be open and to be accessible to all walks of life people. All right. So I would say that yes, indeed, NHI is going to serve its purpose, and it's going to be great for the people. They will have access to quality health service. The NHI, to me, was indeed a good venture, and that's the reason I decided, along with the whole staff here, to join, because it's going to benefit the Belizean society at large, and it will bring the medical services to the less privileged people, quality service. It has been proven worldwide that prevention is better than cure. So if we can detect conditions at an early stage and start to treat it, for example, patients with diabetes, hypertension, which is one of the main causes of death in Belize, then we can avoid these complications at an early stage, and then we are not going to burden the expenses on the Ministry of Health, all right, by having patients in the intensive care unit.
Back in the month of April, when government announced an increase in the passport fees and services, there was much opposition to the new tariffs. But that has eased down, says Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade and Immigration, Eamon Courtney. According to Courtney, the Department of Immigration is also no longer backlogged when it comes to the issuing of passports.
We are continuing to process twice the amount of passports that we used to process under the old passport regime. That continues. The backlog has been removed. Now it should take you a maximum of 2 weeks, and usually it's less than that. We just got another stock of passports because they're going much faster than we expected.
Today, 100 students from the Carmelita Government School received a school bag courtesy of Caribbean Brewery International Limited. Apart from that kind gesture, the company located in Carmelita also handed over a check of $3,000 to the principal of the institution, Keith Augustin.
As a socially responsible corporate citizen, we found it our duty to contribute to our people, the people that support us, the community around us. You know the saying, charity begins at home. Carmelita is the home of Caribbean International Brewery. So we decided that we will begin here. This is not the only donation that will be done by the company. They will schedule a few other donations as we go along. But we had spoken to the management of this school, and they had expressed interest, or they had suggested to us that there are some kids that come without school bags. There are some kids that come with school bags that are a little less than adequate. So we gave them an assurance that we would be able to donate some school bags for the school. We also spoke with Mr. Keith Augustin, and he runs a feeding program for a number of kids here, a significant number of students. And so the company decided to give cash for them to buy products, to buy rice, flour, whatever they need for this feeding program.
According to Principal Augustin, the school bags will go to the neediest students, while the $3,000 will support the feeding program.
If you notice in the cans of beers, there's a little icon at the bottom with a heart. It says when you purchase this product, you contribute to the charity foundation. So that is through the vehicle through which the company is giving back to the community. Yes, they will be identifying other things, because the charity is not only for school, education, health, sports, culture, many different activities. Carmelita also benefits, the school itself benefits from the purified water. So they go periodically and get all the water they need at the factory. We have a commitment with the principal for that. So like I said, we are looking at, the company will look, the management will look at the different ways that it can help. We're a young company, we're not big like the other guys, but we will do what we can with what we have.
The total amount of the donation.
As a sociable, responsible company, Fortunato Noble, CIB's communication director, says the company, through its charity program, plans to continue assisting the community and other organizations.
We have a list that parents would come in, and there are some kids out that they have not fully gotten all their school supplies, so this came right on time. This is the first week. Hopefully by tomorrow or Friday this would be distributed. As I mentioned, the teacher had identified the kids that are really in need. They don't have any proper school bag at the moment or school books, and what you see here, we really appreciate, and the kids would be willing now to come back to school and fully prepared. They also contributed $3,000 towards the school kitchen, which we really are in need because if you know, we have picnic tables that need servicing. We feed approximately 100 children per day, and we are doing it it is powered by the parent, the PTA. At the end of the Fridays, we get $1 donation and we move on from there to the following week.
So the 3,000 will be used for the feeding program?
Yes, ma'am, and to address some certain issues, like I said, the picnic table or infrastructure for the kitchen.
Apart from today's donation, CIB also supports the school with purified water for the feeding program. Have you ever carried out a banking transaction and questioned why you need to pay an additional fee to obtain your own money, be it to withdraw, transfer, or deposit? Well, if you do, so does the Central Bank of Belize. During yesterday's exchange with the media, the governor of the bank revealed that the institution is aware of the excessive fees and does not see it necessary. As the regulator of banking institutions, warnings have already been sent out by the central bank, informing banks that by December, those excessive fees will be monitored.
We have also, I should let you know that we have developed a practice direction that should come into effect in December that will target some of these fees that we have deemed as unfair or excessive. While I might not be in my best interests or within norm to call the bank's name, I'm sure you can. The issue we're having is a depositor across every point of access at a commercial bank is charged for that bank to keep his money. That, I think, stretches any sort of fairness boundaries or consumer financial protection ideas that we may have. If you go to an ATM, you're charged. If you said, well, boy, I'm gonna try running for over the counter, that's $2. And then if you do an online, you're looking at between $2 and $11, depending on the type of transactions that you're doing. And that is not a situation where I think the central bank, or that is not a practice which I think the central bank should sit by and allow. Now, if that pricing had made sense in terms of, well, let's structure it in a way where we're driving people to less use of cash and more online, then maybe the central bank would have taken a step back and listened to whatever appeal or objection the Bankers Association would have had. But for right now, that pricing doesn't make sense because the cheapest form of access is going to an ATM at 50 cents and pulling out your money.
And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Friday, September 8th here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3NewsBZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.